Hey everybody, what's up? It is Ghastly, and today I'm back with another Sims 4 tutorial for you guys. Hopefully you're finding these helpful. I don't know. It's stuff that took me a while to kind of figure out, so I hope that by doing these tutorials I can be a little bit of help for you guys. So today's tutorial is going to be how to add poses into your Sims 4 game. And this is like the custom poses that a lot of people use for like storytelling and all of that kind of stuff. Looks something like this or like this. So if you've ever seen those and you're like, I don't know how to get those into my game, don't worry. It's totally easy and it will literally only take you a couple of minutes. There are a couple of things that you'll need to have in your game for the poses to work, but we'll go over all of that. Don't worry. We got this. Super. It only takes like a couple of minutes and really super easy to do. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so before you start downloading poses for The Sims 4, how many times am I going to say the word for in this tutorial? Basically, before you start downloading any poses, there are two mods that you are going to need for your Sims 4 game. And of course, because we have to use mods here, this is only something that will work for the PC version of The Sims 4. I think the Mac version also should have no problem with this. They're pretty much, PC, Mac are pretty much the same, but any of the console versions, this is not going to work on, unfortunately. So first off, you need the Andrew's Pose Player, and I will have the link for this and the Teleport Any Sim mod in the description, so don't worry, it'll be easy to find. Basically, this is the most direct link that I can find for the Pose Player. Just download it and install it just like you would any other mods. And if you do not know how to install mods, I highly recommend checking out my tutorial that I have on how to install those, where to find them without kind of running into viruses or anything. You should see a link for that right on the top of the screen right about now, and you can check that out if you want to and then come back to this tutorial, and it will be super helpful if you are not used to downloading mods or anything for your Sims 4 game. So another one that you are going to need is the Teleport Any Sim mod, and that comes from Scumbumbo. I think I'm saying that right. I like that word. So that comes from Scumbumbo's mods, and you can get that directly on their website, and I'll have the link for that also here in the description. But pretty much that is going to give you the ability to teleport any sim that you want to pose into the right kind of XYZ axis location for the pose once you get that loaded into your game. So definitely get those two installed just like you would any other mods, and that is how we are going to actually go ahead and put those custom poses into our game. Okay, moving on to where to actually find poses to use in your Sims 4 game. Just like with a lot of the mods that you would put into your game, the poses are going to be found in a lot of the same places. So, of course, one of the first ones that we are going to look at here is the Sims resource. And for this one, you want to go to Downloads and choose the Sims 4, and then Mods. And once it loads into the mods page, we can go down here and choose subcategory and poses. And there we will have all of our poses. We can pick one and download. And I'm trying to see if this one, some of them will have, so it'll have where you need to have an extra prop or something to go with it. So we'll look at the description here. Yeah, CC link. So right here, it tells you that you need this MacBook for this pose to work because it was set up specifically for that specific computer. So you might be able to get it to work with other ones, but it's usually better to go into the description here and sometimes the creator notes and find out what CC or what in-game object you're going to need for that pose to actually work. Okay, so secondly, moving on, we have Mod the Sims. Just like with the other part of the tutorial, I will have all the links in the description, so don't worry about that. So of course, with Mod the Sims, you're going to want to go to Sims 4, Downloads, and then over here on the right side of the screen, we're going to go to Miscellaneous, Poses, and Animations, and that will bring up all the poses that Mod the Sims has to offer. That one's cute. I like that. Okay, And then moving on, we have our Pinterest here, which you would just want to search Sims 4 poses. Some of those are going to take you to some strange places. So once again, like with any of my tutorials, I am always going to say be careful what you're actually getting off of Pinterest because some of the links are just a little bit more reliable than others. So just kind of use caution with Pinterest. And then, of course, Tumblr. Once again, you want to search Sims 4 poses, and there are all kinds of poses available on Tumblr. I personally find Tumblr to be, oh, that's really cute. I'm going to end up going CC shopping. That's really cute. I like that. So, yeah, a lot of my poses come from Tumblr, but a lot of my personal poses I will get from this specific Tumblr blog, and that is the ts4poses.tumblr.com. They have a master list here where you can look up pretty much anything. So any way that you want to look for this, say you want female poses, or you want poses for a certain position, or you want poses for a whole bunch of people, or you want a bowling pose, or a clumsy pose, or a drowning pose. Pretty much anything that you want, you're going to be able to click on here and find. So you can click on any of these. We'll go ahead and click silly. And here you'll find any of the poses that kind of fall under that category. They will be reblogged onto this particular thread. And I mean, they can be pretty much all kinds of different poses, and you can look through and find whatever one you would want your sim to do in game. I like the kitty. Okay. So yeah, super. This is always, I almost always find what I'm looking for on this particular Tumblr. So I definitely recommend checking this one out if you're looking for something specific as far as a pose. Okay, so now to go over how to add a pose into your game. It's pretty much the exact same thing as adding any other mods or custom content into your game. You want to download the package files, and here we are just going to pick this one because I like the cute little book poses and I could see my Sims using that. So we are going to go over to the blog. I've already clicked on it. We have Sims Crazy Creation, and they have a few different options. So with this one, you are, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes you need a prop object, and this one is a book that you're going to need to download for this pose to work. And they actually, well, I mean, you can do it, but it won't look right usually with a different book. So yeah, so this one right here, it says this is included, and we can download that. We see it right here. You can go to Sims File Share and get the poses and the book in separate files, or you can just go to their Patreon and get both. And we'll go ahead and do that. So right here we have, it is a dot package and a dot package. So we know that those are what we want. So we'll go ahead and download those. Now that we have our two files downloaded, we have here in our downloads folder the reading pose and the book. So we want to go over here to our Sims 4 mods folder. We'll put that right there. I'm trying to make sure that they're both viewable here. So we have our path that we want to follow here, and we want to go to this PC, Documents, Electronic Arts, and then click on Sims 4. And here within the Sims 4 folder, we have our mods folder, and that is where we want to put these two files. So we just drag, bloop, and drop, and there we go. They are in our mods folder and should show up when we start our Sims 4 game. So we will go ahead and start up the Sims 4 now. Okay, so it turns out that the book was actually apparently broken. We've had a couple of updates recently, so I'm going to assume that that is what probably broke this book. So that should be fixed fairly soon. But for now, we're going to go ahead and try out a different, I know, I'm sorry, Ghastly. So we are going to go ahead and try out a different pose. So we'll go ahead and go back out of this. Okay, so our book pose did not work, unfortunately, but we have quite a few other ones that I've downloaded that we can go ahead and try out here with Ghastly here. Thank you for modeling these for us, Ghastly. Okay, so first off, we're just going to go ahead and set up a pose, and then I will show you guys how to use the teleport any sim mod to move your sim pretty much wherever you want, or to use multiple sims in a pose. We'll borrow Mr. Pete there. So basically you want to find pose. You can either choose a pose by pack or pose by name. I never remember the name of any of my poses, so I always go with pose by pack just because it's easier. Unfortunately, sometimes they aren't named. So, you kind of have to know what you got sometimes, but a lot of the times you'll pretty easily be able to find what you're looking for. We'll just pick out a couple of random ones here. That should work. And then once you go ahead and restart, your sim will pose. There are two ways that you can end a pose. Sometimes they have a certain amount of time they will play, and sometimes they just kind of play on a loop indefinitely. So, oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. So you can either X out of it, and oh, it's a little creepy there. You can either X out of it and change to a different pose that way, or stop posing completely. Or you can go into here and choose stop posing. And there we go. That'll switch to our last pose. And man, these are like, she's got the claw. And stop posing. I know. Thank you, Ghastly. Okay, so it's really that easy. And then say that we have two sims here that, what, are you gonna go get a milkshake? What is that? Practice vacuuming? what is that? Now I need to see what you're doing. Oh, is it the llama game? Yes, it is. Okay. Well, Ghastly, we're busy. So we're gonna bring you back over here. And we'll go into build. And this guy right here, the sim teleport destination, that is what we want to use to teleport our sim into the area that we want to put them at. And, should we put you out on the roof, Ghastly? With the let's put you in the kitchen for this one. Hey, there's her roommate. Good. We'll borrow him. Oh, not the basement. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put the walls like that. And then we'll just drop that there. And we'll go ahead and bring Ghastly here. So we go to Summon Sim or Teleport a Sim. You can really do either one of these that you prefer. This will let you choose from pretty much any sim that you personally know, and then Teleport a Sim is any sim in the general vicinity. And this one actually, I believe it should do, yeah, so this is every single sim in the game, not just the ones that Ghastly knows. So lots and lots and lots of sims there to choose from. Fidget, you're kind of scary looking there. Even the pets, Mayor Whiskers there, we could teleport them. Monka, are you alright? Olive, there's two olives. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's enough looking at pets. So we are going to go ahead and teleport Ghastly. Hi, Ghastly. Thanks for joining us. Alright, we're going to pause you so you don't walk away. And it's the exact same. You just want to pick your pose. Not your nose, your pose. I'm too, yeah, sure, we'll do that one and that one and that one maybe. I don't know. Alright. Strike a pose, Ghastly. Alright. She must be cold. And of course, if you want to get a better look at that, you can hit the tab button. Somebody using the toilet back there. And of course, pan around. You've got a lot more camera freedom with that tab button. And you won't have the UI in your pictures. Oh, hi Pete. Thanks. I hope you washed your hands, sir. And once again, same thing. Either X out of it, or you can go to stop posing. Oh my goodness, Ghastly, that's not nice. Okay, and there we go. Pete, what on earth are you doing? Okay. And there we go. That is super easy how to use the pose player, how to teleport your sim where you want, and all of that kind of fun stuff. So now we're just going to go into a little bit of troubleshooting and kind of how to do things that some people have issues with when it comes to poses. Okay, so for the last part of this tutorial, I just wanted to go over a few things that people kind of run into issues with when they're using poses, just kind of like a quick troubleshooting. Wow, I haven't played with these guys in so long. Some of their old stuff is completely gone. Ghastly, where did you go? Are you okay? You're playing the llama game. Okay, we'll let you do that for a minute. So, a few things that people run into issues with when it comes to posing is, so first off is setting up a couples pose or a group pose. So we'll go ahead and set up a quick couples pose here. And just like with any other pose, we want to get our little teleport guy, but we want to put two of them right in the same spot. And this is because a lot of the poses are going off of certain axes. So we are actually going to go, for my next tutorial, we're going to go into Blender and actually make our own poses. It's actually really easy, but a lot of it is based on XYZ axes. So this is where the so this is actually going to be the sim in this case, where it is kind of located on kind of like a grid, and you'll understand that better in my Blender tutorial. But just think of like XYZ as far as being where they're kind of standing in relation to whatever the anchor point is, and that is going to be, say, like a piece of furniture or a certain point on the actual rig that is our character. So we'll just get Ghastly, and of course that'll make more sense when we get into Blender for our actually making a pose tutorial. But so we're gonna go ahead and pause these guys for now so they don't wander off on me, and we're gonna teleport. What are you doing here? We'll teleport Ghastly. Nope. And you have to be kind of careful when, looks very silly. We're gonna have to be careful when you click on them. You just want to make sure you get the actual correct. Here we go. Oh my, Pete, that's quite a look. Okay. Well, at least they're the same size, so. Okay. So we want to pick our sim, and it looks like, alright, so this is Ghastly. So we're going to go ahead and pick a pose here. We'll just do that one. Okay, Ghastly is the female on that, and then, alright. Oh. Pose by pack. And we're going to go to the same one and pick male 1. And then once we hit play, they should go into the proper positions for that. And there we go. See, it puts them where they are supposed to be. And there we go. We'll go ahead and try, see if we can do... Alright, and male 2. And we'll do that and close out of that. Now, if it's another sim, you have to do stop posing for them to go to the next one. And there we go. We've got them having their little conversation here. Aw, poor Ghastly. She looks so sad. Pete, what did you do, you monster? Okay. And that is pretty much all you need. So, say you have a, we will set up over here. This may or may not work. I like that music. Okay, so if you have a sim that you want to put on, say you have a couch pose, you want to put your little knight guy in the center of the couch most of the time. And I say most of the time because that's really going to depend on where the pose creator has set the anchor point of that pose. So we're going to go ahead and sit you down here Let's see where we can find a sitting pose. Well, that's kind of sitting at a table though. Let's find... Okay, so we will sit her down there and we'll try that one too. Hopefully. There we go. See, if you put them in the center of the couch, it will put them seated pretty well on the couch most of the time. Sometimes different furniture can have a little bit different structure. So, oh, we just kind of left. Okay, you're good over there, Pete. You can hang out for a while. So, yeah, sometimes the couch will have a little bit of a different structure and it won't quite work as well, but most of the time, as long as you get it in the center of the couch, you should be just fine. And we'll just let you hang out there for a while, Ghastly. So, of course, like we mentioned with the book in our previous section of this tutorial, sometimes a pose will come with its own unique objects that you have to use for the pose to actually work. I don't think that I have any of those. I do have... Let's go ahead and take you into...
Inabosh.
So we'll do just a quick one of these with a cell phone. If I can find one. Do I even have one? I know I have one somewhere. Let's get you... A lot of times they'll be in the hat. I'm not sure why or how that works, but it does. So... Oh, Ghastly, what color phone? We'll just do that one. Okay. Alright. So then we can, which hand is that in? That is in her left hand. Okay. Okay. We'll go in here and see if we can't find some poses with the cell phone. I'm not sure that I actually have any. There's that one, but that has the phone in the other hand. Alright, let's see if that one has the phone in the correct hand. Ah, there we go. Okay, and... See, it'd look kind of weird if we didn't have the cell phone accessory, and it's the way the accessory is positioned in the Sims hand, that is actually also done in Blender. So definitely where it comes in important to make sure that you are using the correct accessory for the pose. Man, that must be a very serious conversation she's having there. Oh, heck no. So definitely important to make sure that you have the correct pose, or else it might look a little off while you are doing the pose with the accessory if you use the wrong one. And another thing, kind of a final thing to keep in mind here, we're going to move this back over here. So sometimes the poses will be for a specific age, and the poses that are for like children or toddlers, they will not work in someone Ghastly size here. So Ghastly is the adult model, and anything that is for a... Okay, bye Ghastly. Thank you for helping. Anything that is for like a usually teen through elder poses will work just fine with these guys, but of course any of the... Not now. Any of the smaller sizes, so it uses a different they're called like a rig or a model. We'll get into that a little bit more when we go into actually making a pose, and you'll kind of understand that a little bit better. But pretty much any of the male or females, it goes by like the size. Oh, not this. I hate this. So it really goes by the size of the model and whether that will work, and kind of the ways that it kind of moves and stretches the sim around. Sometimes that's how you get kind of like the demon looking stuff going on if you use kind of the wrong size pose, or you use one for like a dog for a person, or yeah, all that. So definitely something worth keeping an eye on that can kind of cause a few issues. I think that is pretty much everything that people run into issues with poses. They're fairly simple to use, but of course, if you do have an issue come up that I haven't gone over in this tutorial, feel free to leave me a comment and I will be happy to try to help you out with that. So yeah. Oh, Ghastly. We forgot to take the phone out of your hand. So I hope you found this tutorial helpful, and of course be sure to leave me any comments of anything else you would like to know, any tutorials you are looking forward to seeing in the future, or anything that you just can't quite figure out when it comes to Sims 4. I will be happy to try to get a tutorial together for you guys. So yeah, be sure to subscribe for more. Ghastly, not now. Be sure to subscribe for more tutorials, Sims 4 content, and of course my Survival Sunday videos. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.